Hello students, today you have English lecture. Today we'll do new lesson number 4.2, and the name of the lesson is The Story of Gautama's Quest. So this lesson throws light on Gautama's journey. So we are going to see in this lesson life of Gautama's journey in quest. In quest of what? In quest of truth of life. The journey, that is the quest, which begins with the question, what is the cause of sorrow? So in this chapter or in this lesson we are going to see what is the cause of sorrow. The quest ends when he finds the answer that the root cause of all sorrows is desire, and at the end of the lesson we will see the root cause of sorrow is desire. The cure for all sorrow is to give up all desires and adopt right living. So we have to give up all the desires and adopt a right living. So students, please pay attention at the lesson now. The story of Gautama's quest. Gautama the Buddha was born over 2500 years ago as Prince Siddhartha. He was the son of King Raja Shodhudhana. So what was his father's name? His father's name was Raja Shodhudhana. He was born on the sacred day of Vaishak Purnima. So he was born on a holy day of Vaishak Purnima. Sacred means a pure day. At Lumbini is this is a birthplace where Siddhartha was born. Situated near the city of Kapila Vasta. 7 days after his birth, his mother Maya Devi passed away. So his mother's name was Maya Devi. After his birth, she passed away means what? She died. It was professed at his birth that the infant would grow to be either a great Chakravarti. So it was decided that one day he'll become a great Chakravarti, that is an emperor, or a sannyasi, that is a renunciate, who would bring comfort to thousands of lost souls. Now, over here, let us see some meanings in this paragraph. Now, sacred. What do you mean by sacred? Sacred means holy. Professed. Professed means what? Said what would happen in the future. So, what do you mean by professed? What would happen in future? Then, renunciate, a person who gives up all the pleasure of life for reason. So, what you mean by renunciate? A person who gives up all the pleasure of life for a reason. Now, second stanza. The king was determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing the world. Now, the king was determined to prevent his beloved son from renouncing the world. Now, who now? His father, Siddhartha's father. He surrounded the prince with very imaginable luxury and comfort. So Siddhartha father gave him all the luxuries and comforts in his life. It is said that the king had three magnificent palaces. Magnificent means a huge palaces, one for each season of the year. And in the beautiful atmosphere of this royal mansion, Prince Siddhartha lived his scheduled, protected life. So, what his father did, his father built him nice three luxurious palaces of three different seasons. So, he can live very peacefully and can live a very luxurious life. Now, What you mean by renouncing? Now renouncing means what? To formally give up. Now imaginable. Imaginable means possible to imagine which you cannot imagine. Now in good times the prince in good time the prince in good time the prince was married to one of the most beautiful girl of the realm. Princess Yashodhara, the daughter of the Kohilian king. So Siddhartha was married to a prince Yashodhara, the daughter of Kolian king. Soon a son Rahul was born to them, and soon they gave a birth to a son, and his name was Rahul. At the age of 29, Siddhartha went out to see his kingdom and to meet his subjects. So one day, Siddhartha went out of his kingdom and to meet his people. Subjects means people. He beheld what the Buddhist books call the four signs witness to the impermanence of the world. He saw an old man He saw an old man, a diseased man, a dead man, and a monk. So when he went out of his palace, he saw he saw an old man, a diseased man, a dead man, and a monk. And there entered into his heart a vision of dukkha. So by looking at all these things, he seen something that was known as dukkha, the world sorrow. What what is the way out of the world sorrow? He asked himself repeatedly. The unanswerable question led him to renounce worldly life. So he was not able to find the answers for this question, and he led him to renounce worldly life, leave his wife and son, and set out in a quest of the truth of life. So by looking at all these things, what he's seen an old man, a diseased man, a dead man, a monk, and he wanted to find an answer for all these questions. So what Siddhartha did, he left his wife, his son, and all the luxurious life and went in the search of truth of life. Now here Riliman's kingdom. Okay. Im- Impediments here. Impediments means what? Not lasting. Now see here, monk. Now who's a monk? A monk is a religious man who gives up all luxuries and lives apart from others. So who gives up everything in life and lives separately. Then unanswerable. Unanswerable means what? We are not able to find the answer. Renounce, what you mean by renounce? To give up. And quest. See, quest means what? Search. Okay? To search the real truth of life. Now, the story of Gautama's quest that ends in illumination and attainment of nirvana is one of the most moving tales of our times. For 6 years did Gautama practice intense asceticism. For several days in succession, he ate barely a grain of rice. His strong, athletic body was reduced to a bag of bones, but it served no purpose. Now see. Now here, what do you mean by quest? I told you. Quest means something to search. Then, elimination, here it means understanding. Quest that ends in elimination, something to understanding. Then nirvana. See what you mean by nirvana? The state of peace and happiness that a person achieves after giving up all personal desires. That's the meaning of nirvana. The state of peace and happiness that a person achieves after giving up all personal desires. Then ascet Asceticism, simple and strict way of living for religious living. So what do you mean by asceticism? It means simple and strict way of living for religious living. Then cessation, one after the another. Athletic, strong and healthy. Now look at this paragraph. The story of Gautama's quest that ends in illumination. Illumination means what? Understanding and attainment of nirvana. Nirvana, I told you, a state of peace and happiness. Is one of the most moving tales of our time. Tales means a story. For 6 years did Gautama practice intense asceticism. Asceticism means simple and strict way. So for 6 years he followed a simple and strict way of living. For several days in cessation. Cessation means one after the another. He ate barely a grain of rice. His strong athletic body was reduced to a bag of bones, but it served no purpose. The Buddha then scattered a handful of grass. Scattered means what? To spread. Here, scattered a handful of grass on the ground beneath the Bodhi tree. So, beneath means what? Under a tree. And what was the name of the tree? Bodhi tree. And formed a seat for himself. I care not if my skin and nerves and bodies decay. Decay means what? To get rotten. He thought, I care not if my life blood dries. I shall not give up until I attain to enlightenment. So, what Buddha said, I will find the truth, and after finding the truth, I will give up all my desires. With a divine willpower in these words, and what may not a man achieve if he would keep all his willpower? If you have got strong willpower, you will able to achieve. It is said that he saw a vision which contained a message for him. It acted as a spiritual stimulant to him. The words were. Now, which were the words? What he seen? See. Tune the sitar, neither low or high. Sitar is a musical instrument, and the sitar has got a like wires. So you play the wire low nor high. The string overstretch breaks. If you pull the sitar string, what will happen? It will break and the music dies and you will not able to play that music. The string overlag its dumb and the music dies. He thought to himself, I too have tortured my body to starvation. Starvation is what? When you feel hungry. I have taken to extreme. Let me follow the middle path. When he tried to get up to take a bath in the river, he found that he had become so weak that he could not rise. So one day, Siddhartha was going for the bath, but he was not able to get up because he had become very weak. Just then, a beautiful girl named Sujata appeared before him, carrying a golden bowl filled with sweetened milk and rice. So he seen one girl, her name was Sujata, and what she was carrying a bowl which was filled with sweet milk and rice. When she saw the weekend ecstatic, she offered the bowl at his feet. So when this girl seen Buddha, she offered him the bowl of sweet milk and rice. Lord, please accept my offering of milk and rice. Buddha accepted the offering. This was his first meal after many days of starvation. So the girl requested Buddha to have a rice and milk, and Buddha accepted. And that was the first meal what Buddha ate after starvation. It refreshed him and infused a new strength in him. Infused means what? He got a new strength in him. He realized that making the body suffer was not the way to enlightenment and truth. So what Buddha realized that there is no need of making a body to suffer. You will not able to attain truth. Gautama had longed for enlightenment. That night he found the answer to his query. What is the cause of sorrow? The cause of sorrow is desire. So, after thinking, he asked himself, what is the cause of sorrow? And the answer was, the cause of sorrow is desire. The cure for sorrow is to give up all desires and adopt right living. So, you sacrifice all your desires and follow the path of correct, right living. Born under a tree, the Buddha received illumination also under a tree. To this day, we venerate this tree as the Buddha, as a Buddhi tree. So today, till now, we consider this tree as a Buddhist tree. So hope so students, you have understood the lesson. Thank you.